luck, Mary.
Thanks.
I'm Deanie Parish. Today we're interviewing Mary Tilton. She was a WASP class 43-4. We are in
44.
her home at Mary Esther, Florida. Today is the 21st of April, 2003. The videographer is Nancy Parish. Okay, Mary, if we start off, if you will tell us your full name and when and where you were born.
My full name is Mary Josephine Farley. I was born in Aransas Pass, Texas in 1922.
Okay. Tell me, Mary, about your parents. What was your mom like?
Mom was a mother to all the kids, and she was the pianist at the church and also the vocalist from the choir.
And how about your dad? What did your dad do?
Daddy was a mechanic at the shrimp cannery, and also had shrimp boats.
Did you ever go out on those shrimp boats?
Yeah, we go out and go fishing.
For fishing? Okay. Tell me about your siblings, your brothers and sisters.
I had one brother that was Milton, and two sisters, one Anna Louise and Cecile. Anna Louise is the only one that's still living, and she's in Harlingen, Texas.
Okay. Mary, when you were born, did your family live inside the city, or did they
Yeah.
live out on a
No,
farm?
we lived inside the city.
Okay. And tell me about your grandparents.
My grandparents on both sides were farmers.
Okay. Did they live around Aransas Pass?
My dad's mother and father did. Mother's lived up in central Texas, and they were the farmers too. But the Farleys that lived there in Aransas, that were grandparents, they had grape orchards.
Ooh.
And in the wintertime or the summertime, well, when the grapes were ripe, they'd have all kinds of people come in there and pick grapes.
Did they make grape juice or wine, or what did they do with those grapes? Did they use
They
them
sold them
Okay. Sold them.
because they
So-
didn't.
Did they live outside of town then?
Oh yeah, they lived out in the country.
Okay. Tell me what it was like to go out and visit them.
Oh, it was real nice. Grandma was a good cook and kept us.
Okay. What do you remember that she cooked? What was
I
special?
don't remember.
Okay.
It's been so long ago.
Right. During the summer times, would you take your vacation time? Would you go out?
Oh,
and
we'd
stay
go
with
out and
them?
spend the weekends and all.
Okay.
And then
When you would go out to your grandmother's, would you have chores to do out there?
no, we just swing and
And play?
play around.
Right. Okay. When you started school, how close were you to the school when you started?
About 2 blocks.
Okay, so you walked.
Yeah, we walked.
Okay. When you were growing up, Mary, tell me, what was a Christmas like in your home?
Well, Santa Claus came at night, and the next morning we'd go through the presents.
Okay. How about a Christmas tree? Would your dad go out and cut it down? Would you have a Christmas tree?
Yeah, we'd have a Christmas tree.
Okay.
Yeah, because we had all kinds of trees around the house, and they'd cut them down and make a Christmas tree.
Okay. Do you remember decorating that tree? What the ornaments were like, or what the roping was like?
Well, there was a lot of stencil type things that you put on, and
Okay. Would you decorate the tree a long time before Christmas, or would you?
no, we usually put it up, I think, a couple of days before.
Okay. And for Christmas, would your grandparents come to your house?
That lived there, yeah, they'd come, or we'd or either that, or sometimes we'd go over to their house.
Okay. And what was Christmas dinner like?
Turkey,
Turkey?
uh, sweet potato pies, pecan
Okay.
pies.
Do you remember having to wash the dishes?
No,
No.
no. There were enough adults there that took care of that.
Okay. When you were, before you started school even, do you recall any of the games that you played with your siblings?
No,
Okay.
sure don't.
When you started school in elementary school, do you recall any of your teachers that were special to you?
No, not right off.
Okay. You said your mother was involved in the church.
Hmm.
Tell me about that.
Well, she played the piano and sang in the choir,
Okay.
and this was the First Baptist Church there in Aransas Pass,
Okay.
and we were all brought up in that church.
Okay. Do you remember any special Sunday school teacher you might have had?
My grandmother, I guess, is probably the only one I can remember.
Okay. When you were in elementary school, do you remember what you liked best about going to school?
I, something happened when I was first started to school, and we were outside playing, and I heard this sound that was up in the air somewhere. I thought, what in the world is that? And then I saw this airplane flying, and I said to myself, I'm going to fly an airplane one day. And it was a plane that had come out from Randolph Field in San Antonio. They were coming down. So that was the beginning of my flying.
Right. When you were in elementary, at what age did that happen? Do you have any idea?
I was 6.
You were 6.
Mhm.
And then when was the next time you saw an airplane that you recall?
I don't recall.
Growing up, and you would go out to your grandparents sometime during the summertime, did you take other vacations, your family together, go anywhere?
Well, we'd go to my grandparents up in San Marcos, mother's family.
Okay. And what was
There's
your favorite thing to do at that grandparents' house?
Go down to the river and swim.
San Marcos.
They
yeah.
were just about a couple of blocks from the river.
Okay.
And
Tell
we
me
just
what
go-
your swimming suit was like.
It was a one-piece one.
Yeah. Okay.
'Cause I was young then, so.
Right. When you were growing up, did you have your own bedroom, or did you share a bedroom with?
No, I had my own bedroom.
Okay.
And it was about 6 years after my sister was born.
Okay.
And
She's younger.
she's younger. I'm the oldest.
Okay. Okay.
So I had my own room.
Right. When you finished elementary school, then did you have to change schools to go to a junior high or a middle school?
We had a high school that was in a different place.
Okay. And at that time, was high school from 7th grade through 12th, or was there an intermediate?
7 through 11.
7 through
Yeah,
11.
we had 11.
Okay. When you started high school, could you still walk to school?
Oh, yes, I was about 2 blocks from school.
Okay. Then what did you do for lunch? Did you go home for lunch, or did you take a sack?
I think I took a lunch
Okay.
with me.
Right. Okay. Once you got in high school, what was your favorite subject?
English, I guess,
Okay.
because I didn't care much about the math.
Okay. When you were in high school, Did you
Okay.
do extracurricular things like speech or drama or?
We did some drama and a lot of sporting things.
Okay. Were you into sports?
Oh yeah,
What did you?
basketball and basketball and baseball and
Okay. Did your school compete with other schools in
oh
athletics?
yeah, it's in that area. Yeah,
Okay. Were you ever on any of the teams that would go to other schools to compete or?
yeah.
Okay. In high school, did you have cheerleaders, for example, with your football? Did you have a football team?
There was a football team and there were cheerleaders,
Okay.
but I wasn't in that.
Right. As you were growing up, who was your role model?
I don't remember.
Okay.
It might have been an aunt that was teaching school.
Okay. And what would have made her special to you?
Well, she was just always so nice when you were there visiting, and looked like she cared a lot about you and all.
Okay. When you were in high school, did you date a lot of boys? Was that a part of your life?
Not a lot, no.
Okay. As far as the church activities, were you involved with their social activities at church? Did you go to summer camp, for example?
Not that I recall.
Okay. Or did they have special social events for the young people that went to that church?
I don't think.
Okay.
It's been so long ago.
Right. What was your mother? Was she a soprano?
Yes. Mm-hmm.
Okay. Did your dad participate in church activities?
No, he was a member of the church, but
Right. Okay. During the summer times when you were in high school, did you still spend your summers mainly with your grandparents?
out on the farm in town. I mean, not in the country. Yeah.
Okay. Did you have a high school prom?
I don't recall.
Okay. How large was your high school, Mary?
I think we had some 30 in our class. I think it was around
Okay. What kind of student were you?
that. Oh, average.
Okay. What was your ambition? What did
Flying.
you
I
think
was going to fly.
you were still going to fly?
Yeah.
When did you see an airplane, or tell me about the first time that you went up to an airplane?
There was a man in town that had an airplane that was on a road going to Rockport. It just had a piece of land out there that he flew off. He had a Cub. And when I was in high school, well, in fact, his son was in the class with me. That's the reason I knew so much about him. And when school was over, I got a job at the cashier at the theater in town. And I started taking flying lessons from him and flew out of the cow pasture. And I got my, that was a year, I guess, or so that I was flying out of there.
Okay. Tell me about this cow pasture. Were there cows nearby?
Yeah, there were cows nearby. But he tried to keep them away from the plane.
Okay.
So we took off and land, we wouldn't hit them.
Did he have a windsock?
Yeah, there was a windsock.
Okay. Tell me about the first time you ever went up in that airplane.
Well, it was a lot of fun. He was taking around, and all, and
Okay. How did you get out to the airport? How far was the airport?
it was about 5 miles or so.
Did you have a
Took-
car?
I drove the family car.
Okay.
Yeah.
What did your mom and dad think about you flying?
Well, they evidently thought it was all right. That's what I wanted to do.
I'm going to back up and ask you about your high school graduation. Did you have robes?
Yeah, we had robes.
Okay. Did you have a high school banquet? Do you recall?
No, we didn't.
Okay. What was your social life like in high school?
Oh, basically sports and dating occasionally.
Okay. Did you have any particular girlfriends that you have stayed in contact with?
The ones that lived, of course, there was one right across the street from me, and we went to place together. She's passed away. And the other ones I haven't kept in contact with at all.
Okay. When you go back to visit Aransas Pass, is there anyone there now that you remember, that you visit with, or?
No, not that I recall.
Okay. Okay, when you decide you're going to learn to fly, and that first flight that you made was it Piper Cub? Do you recall how you felt?
Oh, I felt fine. Oh, that was something really.
Okay. How did you earn money to take those flying lessons?
Well, with the cashier at the theater in town.
Yours paid
So-
more than mine did. So you would cashier at night
Yeah, I cashier at night.
and then pay. Do you remember how much your flying lessons cost for a half
$12
an hour?
$12 a half hour, I think.
Right. Okay. Did you know from the first time you went up in that airplane that that's exactly what you wanted to do?
Oh yes, oh yes.
Okay. Were you then? Tell me about your first solo flight. Tell me about how that happened. Had you been around a couple of times, or how did that
Well, I
happen?
think I'd been flying, I think, around 10 hours before I soloed.
Mm-hmm.
And then I took off and went across the highway and down by the waterside and flew around the country and came back in and landed.
Okay. Do you remember the date approximately when that was, Mary?
No, I don't.
Or what year it was?
It was 42.
Okay. And then once you soloed, then
I'd go out and fly all around in that area.
okay. Did you ever take either your mom or your dad up with you?
No, Mother wasn't about to go. Daddy didn't either.
Did any of your brothers or sisters learn to fly?
No,
They just weren't interested?
I guess not.
Right. Okay. Do you recall where you were when Pearl Harbor happened and how you felt about that?
Yeah, I was cashiering at the theater when that happened.
Okay. And what was your thought about that?
Well, that was really something. I couldn't believe it was happening. And right after that, I had a chance to go to work at the naval base over in Corpus Christi, and I went to work over there.
What did you do over there? What was your job? Were you a riveter?
I was an airplane engine mechanic,
Good for you.
and I did that for several months. In fact, I was a crew chief. And then they needed a pilot for link trainer instructors. So I changed over, I was link trainer instructor.
Okay.
And
Let me ask you, how did you get qualified to be a mechanic? Because that's a specialized job to work on airplanes.
well, I was, I
Kinda
don't know
learned
whether,
did you learn on the job, more or less? Or did you
a
take
lot,
a
yeah,
course?
it was strictly on the job.
Okay. And what kind of airplanes were you working on?
All these naval planes, engines, I'm not sure.
Okay. Right. So then, did you have to take a course then to be able to teach link trainer?
No,
Or you worked on it?
I worked on it.
Okay.
Well, no, in fact, I taught that. So we went to school to learn how to teach the link trainers.
Okay. Were there other girls who also went to this school?
Yeah, there was several, but I don't remember what their names were.
I gotta stop for a second.
Okay. As I would imagine.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
Once you started teaching link trainer, who were you teaching?
The naval pilots
Okay.
that were learning to fly there.
Okay, so they were cadets.
Yeah, the cadets. Yeah.
Okay. Do you recall how long the course was for each cadet?
No,
Did they have to have so
Mhm.
many hours?
I really don't.
Okay. What did you enjoy about teaching link?
Well, it was just something new, and it was helping me too, because I was taking more pilot training over at the Corpus Christi airport.
Okay. When you started working at Corpus, did you move from home or,
Yes, I did.
okay, where did you live then?
In the area there in Corpus Christi.
Okay. Did you live in a private home and rent a room or in a rooming house or what was the housing like?
I think I had an apartment.
Okay. And while you were in Corpus Christi, did you have your own car? Did you ride the bus to the naval station?
I rode the bus.
Okay. Like in America when World War II had now started.
Well, it was just being with the naval base and all. It was just strictly flying and seeing what's going on, or listening to the radio to see what was going on with the war over there in Hawaii.
Okay. In the meantime, was any of your family involved in the military?
No, just me.
Okay.
I mean,
And what did you, when you started working at the Navy base, and especially when you went into link trainers, what was your ambition at that point? What did you think you would do?
well, I wanted to fly, and it was there at the naval base when I got the notice from Jacqueline Cochran if I was interested in becoming a pilot. And of course I was, so
Right. Had you heard about that training program on your own, or did you just get a letter in the mail?
that was just the letter in the mail.
Okay. So evidently she had gone through the FAA records and
Oh,
found
yeah.
you. At that time, did you know any other girls who were flying?
No.
So when you started flying, you did not know, you didn't have any friends who were flying. What made you think you could do that?
I just knew I could.
Okay. Do you still have the letter from Miss Cochran?
I don't think so.
Okay.
I don't recall
Okay.
seeing it.
Since you were in a wartime job, how were you able to quit that job? I know at that time, if you were in a job like that,
Yeah.
ordinarily you couldn't quit.
Well, it was all civil service,
Okay.
and so was a WASP, so
Right.
it was just changing.
Okay. once you got that letter and you told your parents about it, what did your parents think?
Well, they thought it was all right.
Okay. So what did you do next?
Well, I still worked there until I got the call to report out to Sweetwater,
Okay.
and that was in March, I guess, of '43.
Okay. When you told your folks that you were going to Sweetwater, had you ever been in West Texas?
No.
Okay. How did you get from Corpus Christi to Sweetwater?
On a bus.
On a bus.
Mm-hmm.
When you got to Sweetwater, tell me how you felt, and what you saw and how you felt.
Well, it was a lot different out there, that's for sure. Flatlands and desert, well, not deserts, but pastures and stuff. And
Okay. By this time, Mary, about how many hours did you have flying privately?
I imagine around 100.
Okay. When you got to Sweetwater on the bus, and you got off the bus, were there any other girls on that bus with you that were also reporting?
Mm-mm.
When you got off that bus, what did you do?
I evidently had a phone number to call, and I called and told them that I was there, and I took a taxi out to the base.
Okay. And when you got out to Avenger Field, what did you see?
A barracks.
Describe the barracks.
A whole string of one-story buildings, and they were out like this, and they were cut into different rooms.
Okay. When you came up to to Avenger Field, did you see airplanes?
There were some out on the runway.
Okay. Was that impressive to you?
Mm.
Okay. So when you went on up to the air base and went in, who did you meet?
I'm not sure.
Okay.
There were,
Some of the administration,
yeah,
though?
mhm.
Okay. Tell me about the personnel that ran that air base. Do you recall?
Well, of course, there were a lot of male pilots, but we had everything was furnished. I mean, meals and everything.
Mm-hmm.
So we had cooks and canteens. That's my squirrel. And people that took care of all the training papers.
Mm-hmm. Okay. How about your commanding officer? Do you know who that was?
Not offhand.
Okay. But it was a military man, not a civilian.
No, there was. I don't recall.
Okay. That's okay. When you
I think
when
it
you
was,
got to the base, then did you meet other girls who were going to be in your class?
Oh yeah.
Okay. How did they then assign you to your barracks?
I'm not sure. There were 6 of us in a room.
Okay. Describe what that room was like inside.
Well, there was a table down sort of in the middle of the room, and there were 6 cots to sleep on, and there was the bathroom was between 2 rooms, so there were 12 of us in a bathroom. We had 2 toilets, 2 basins, and 2 showers. So you can imagine what it was like trying to get a shower or trying to get into the bathroom. But it worked out.
Okay. What did you have uniforms?
Yeah, we had, pants and shirts.
Okay.
But,
And what were you issued to fly in?
just pants and
Okay. Did you have coveralls of some type?
I don't recall
Okay.
coveralls.
Okay. When you got to Avenger, was Miss Cochran there?
I think she was, but it was just for a short time.
Okay. Tell me about some of the rules. Did you have rules?
Well, I guess we had, but I don't remember.
Okay. Could you tell me about what was expected of you, how about the program itself, how long it was going to be, what you would have to do to complete that program and graduate?
We had to have so many hours,
Okay.
and uh, um,
In addition, did you have ground school?
yeah, we had ground school.
Do you recall any of the courses that you took in ground school?
Weather courses and
Did you find ground school difficult?
no,
all?
mm-mm,
Okay.
no.
What was your schedule like? What would a day be like for you?
Well, just in the morning, and go to get your breakfast and do some PE, and then doing your ground school, and then you're flying.
Okay. When you went into training, what was your conception of why they were using girls?
Because they wanted the men to get overseas and fight in the war.
Okay. What was the first airplane you flew at Avenger?
PT-13.
Okay. And who made that? Do you know?
Stearman
Stearman.
up
Okay.
at Wichita, Kansas.
Okay.
I
Do you
mean-
remember your first flight instructor at Avenger?
Parker, I think.
Oh, okay. Tell me about your first time up in a primary trainer. Was that a big leap for you?
Oh gosh, yes. from a little old cub down here to we've got two wings and and all. Yeah, it was, and of course you had to wear a helmet and
Okay.
goggles and all. But it was fun.
How could you talk to your instructor in that airplane? Do you remember?
We had sets that went sort of headset type thing that he could talk into.
Gosport?
I guess, yeah.
Yeah, okay. When you went in training, what did they tell you your training would consist of? Would you go from primary like to
Primary to basic to advanced.
advanced, okay. And in your particular bay, did any of your baymates wash out?
Yes, they did.
And how did that make you feel?
Sorry that they didn't make it,
Okay,
and hopefully I didn't end up that way too.
right. In the beginning, did they tell you the things that would cause you to wash out?
No.
Okay. Describe for me some of the different type girls who were in the same bay with you. Were they all from Texas?
No, they were from all New York and all around.
Okay. Did you have any unusual occupations those girls had had before they came into?
Not that I recall.
Okay. Have you kept in touch, or did you become fast friends with any of your classmates in the WASP? Okay. When you had enough hours in primary before you could go on to basic. Tell me about check rides that you might have had. Do you recall that they would give you a check ride?
Yeah, there was a check ride.
Okay. And that was done by whom?
I don't recall.
Okay.
They had check pilots, I
Okay.
think they were check pilots.
Okay. When you were in primary, did everybody fly off of just Avenger, or did you have some auxiliary fields? Well, let me ask you this. Did anything unusual happen to you while you were in primary, for example?
No,
No? Okay. While you were in training, were any of the girls killed?
I don't think.
Okay. I know when you got to Avenger, were you the first class of girls there, or were there some girls already there?
No, we were the first ones that were there, and the ones that had been taking their training down in Houston came up later.
Okay.
But
So
we were
there
there
was an
first.
unusual circumstance when you got there, because there were some pilots there, right?
The males,
Tell me about those.
yeah, there was in the barracks. There were a whole bunch of males, and of course, when we started coming in, they had to move out.
Okay. Anything strange happened between the cadets who were there and these girl pilots that
No.
came in?
I don't think.
Okay. Did you eat in the same mess hall?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Once you got through primary, did you have some time off?
I don't know. I
Okay.
don't think so.
While you were in training, did you go into Sweetwater and meet any of the people who live in Sweetwater?
We did, yes. There was a truck that would pick us up and take us into a building where we could meet the people there and do some kind of activities.
Okay. Do you recall any of the people in Sweetwater that you might have met?
No, not.
Okay. Did you ever go out to anybody's home or to swim or anything?
No, not that I recall.
Okay. While you were at Sweetwater, were there church services available on the base, or did you go into town? Or
They were on the base.
okay. When you went into basic, what was basic all about?
A different aircraft, so many hours with an instructor, and then flying solo.
Okay. Did you get a lot of instrument training in basic?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
But when I was, before I got into the WASP, I was a link trainer instructor out at the Naval Base in Corpus Christi. So that was not a great big deal for me because I had that experience.
Okay. Okay. And so the link trainer was a part of the basic
Oh, yeah.
training for all,
Very
all
definitely.
the
Mhm.
girls. Okay. Do you recall any thing that did give you trouble in ground school, for example, Morse code? Was that an easy subject for you?
No, that's code's not.
Oh, okay. And why did you need Morse code?
Well, some of the flights that have radios in them that were not able to pick up voices would have the